Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityaṁ Bhāgavata-sevayā. Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nishtaki. Aradhayo Bhagavan Vrajeshitanayas Tadhama Vrindavanam. Ramya Kachitupasana Vrajavadhu Vargena Vakalpita. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Pramanamamalam Premah Pamartho Mahan. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu Matamidam Tatradharana Para. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear worshipable devotees, thank you so much for your kind association. Dear Baladev Prabhu, Philip Prabhu, and Samarpan Prabhu, thank you so much for joining. So, we are reading Canto 10 of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, chapter 23, entitled The Brahmana's Wives Blessed. And I thought there's a beautiful bhajan. Very often we sing this bhajan, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. His official name is Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta by Krishnadas. So we are going to begin our discussion today, and then we'll take some question answer and of course reading by this bhajan. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan. Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan. Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan. Keshi Ghata Vamsi Bhatta Dwadasha Kanan. Jaha Sab Leela Koilo Shri Nanda Nandan. Shri Nanda Yashoda Jaya Jaya Gopagan. Shri Damadi Jaya Jaya Dhenu Vatsagan. Jaya Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirti Dasundari. Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Abhiranagari. Jaya Jaya Gopishwara Vrindavana Man. Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Batu Dvijaraj. Jaya Rama Ghata Jaya Rohini Nandana. Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vasi Jata Jana. Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya Naga Kanyagan. Bhakti Teja Hara Pailo Govinda Charan. Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya Naga Kanyagan. Bhakti Teja Hara Pailo Govinda Charan. Shri Rasa Mandala Jaya Jaya Radha Shyam. Jaya Jaya Rasa Leela Sarva Manoram. Jaya Jaya Jwala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sar. Parakiya bhave jaha brajete prachar. Shri Janava Pada Padma Koriya Smara. Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Nama Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So in this beautiful bhajan, this Dvija Patni comes, and that's what we are reading about. Brahman Patni, Yagya Patni, Dvija Patni, referring to the same, the wives of the Brahmanas. Naga Kanyaga, the wives of the Kaliya, the serpent. So let's read the translation quickly if someone wants to read this translation, and then we'll move on. Anyone? Yes.
I can read, right?
Yeah, Raghu, Prabhu, please.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna devotees. Translation. All glories to Radha and Krishna and the divine forest of Vrindavana. All glories to the three presiding deities of Vrindavana, Sri Govinda, Gopinatha, and Madana Mohana. All glories to Shyamakunda, Radhakunda, Govardhana Hill, and the Yamuna River Kalindi. All glories to the great forest known as Mahavana, where Krishna and Balaram displayed all of their childhood pastimes. All glories to Keshi Gata, where Krishna killed the Keshi demon. All glories to the Vansivata tree, where Krishna attracted all the gopis to come by playing his flute. Glories to all of the 12 forests of Raja. At these places, the son of Nanda, Sri Krishna, performed all of his pastimes. All glories to Krishna's divine father and mother, Nanda and Yashoda. All glories to the cowherd boys headed by Sri Dama, the older brother of Srimati Radharani and Ananga Manjari. All glories to the cows and calves of Praja. All glories to Radha's divine father and mother, Rishabhanu and the beautiful Kirtida. All glories to Paurnamasi, the mother of Sandipani Muni, grandmother of Madhu Mangala and Nandi Mukhi, and beloved disciple of Devarshi Narada. All glories to the young cowherd maidens of Raja. All glories to Gopishwar Shiva, who resides in the Vrindavana in order to protect the holy Dham. All glories to Krishna's funny Brahmana friend Madhu Mangala. All glories to Ramagata, where Lord Balaram performed his rasa dance, and all glories to Lord Balaram, the son of Rohini. All glories to all of the residents of Vrindavana. All glories to the wives of the proud Vedic Brahmanas. All glories to the wives of the Kaliya serpent. Through pure devotion, they all obtained the lotus feet of Lord Govinda. All glories to the place where the rasa dance of Sri Krishna was performed. All glories to Radha and Shyam. All glories to the divine rasa dance, which is the most beautiful of all Lord Krishna's pastimes. All glories to the mellow of conjugal love, which is the most excellent of all rasas and is propagated in Raja by Sri Krishna in the form of the divine Parikya Bhava, paramour love. Remembering the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda's consort, Sri Janava Devi, this very fallen and lowly servant of Krishna sings the Sankirtana of the holy name. Hare Krishna. Back to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Raghu Prabhu. So as we see, there's Jaya Jaya so many times, at least maybe 30 times the word Jaya comes in this bhajan. So glorifying Krishna's holy dham, his entourage, his friends, gopis, and Dvija Patnis, Brahmana Patnis. So that was the connection. I thought that this bhajan is glorifying Dvija Patnis, and we are reading about Brahmana's wives blessed. So let's read few verses, and then we will take a few questions also from yesterday. So till yesterday we read till text number 17. The Krishna's friends have reached to the Brahmana's wives, and they are mentioning that Krishna and Balram are here tending the cows, they're hungry. And they are basically asking for food. So let's see what happens in text number 18. Did they get food from the Brahmana Patnis? They have been already one time unsuccessful asking the Brahmanas. So, and you know, like once burnt, twice shy. So already they have like not a very successful record. They're a little disheartened. But let's see what happens. Shrutva chutam upayatam nityam tad darshanot sukha tat katha shipta manaso babhuvor jata sambhramaha. Translation by the disciples of His Divine Grace, Abhicharanarvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The wives of the Brahmanas were always eager to see Krishna, for their minds had been enchanted by the descriptions of him. Thus, as soon as they heard that he had come, they became very excited. Wow. Wow. So, how were their minds captured? They had never seen Krishna, but Shrutva Achyutam, hearing about Krishna. So hearing leads to attraction. When we hear more and more about Krishna Katha, when we hear more and more about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it will naturally lead to more attraction towards him. Is it not? Any relationship gets strengthened because of two factors. The frequency of meetings and the quality of meetings. Do you agree with that?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, thank you, Samarpan Prabhu. If we are meeting someone quite often, then our friendship will thicken. It'll get stronger there. Rather than if you're meeting someone once a year, it will be hi-bye relationship. How are you? I'm good. You're good. How's your kids? My kids. Your job? My job. Go good. Hari bol bye. Right? We're meeting someone. So basically, the amount of time we spend to nurture that relationship will help to strengthen that relationship. So it applies to material relationship, applies to spiritual relationships. And therefore also it is mentioned by Srila Rupa Goswami, if we have to strengthen our relationship with devotees, then we should do 6 exchanges, right? Inviting them for prasadam, accepting the invitation for prasadam, exchanging gifts, giving and receiving gifts. Guya makyati prichati, bhunkate bhojate, dadati pratigrinati. So and exchanging confidential means Krishna conscious talks also. So not just time we spend, but also the quality of time. Like one could watch 3 hours of movie together. They may be physically together, but having no meaningful discussion. So also the time, but the quality of interaction is also important. So if we want to strengthen our Krishna conscious relationships, we need to have Krishna conscious conversations also. And that's what we see. So the Brahmana's wives had heard a lot about Krishna. And they were always Nitya tad darshana utsuk. That utsukta, utsa nishcha dharya. The eagerness has to be there. In bhakti, there should be eagerness. Oh, I'll get a chance to hear a class by Senior Vaishnava. Oh, Maharaj is coming to Tampa. Oh, we have a festival going on. Oh, we have this. Oh, we have that. So that utsukta, like how a child has their utsukta or eagerness to celebrate their birthday, maybe, right? Oh, my birthday is coming, my dad is going to get a cake, my mother is going to get a special dress for me, and they're eager, right? Therefore, devotees are eager for Krishna Katha, or to see Krishna, to serve Krishna. Their minds had been enchanted by descriptions of him. So Krishna Katha, they were hearing sincerely, with eagerness. They were eagerly waiting. Will I ever get chance to see Krishna? As we were reading here in this bhajan, Krishna had stolen their heart. Jaya Juja Patni Jaya Naga Kanyagan Bhakti Te Jahara Pailo Govinda Charan. By their intense bhakti, by their intense eagerness, they obtained Krishna's lotus feet. Bhakti Te Jahara Pailo Govinda Charan. So the moment they heard, oh, that he has come, our life and soul, our darling, our everything, right? They became very excited, very, very excited. So this should be the mood of a devotee. As soon as we hear, oh, some senior Vaishnava is coming, or new festival is coming, Janmashtami is coming, opportunities for book distribution is coming, we should show that enthusiasm. We should be, eagerness, utsah, nishcha, dharya. These are the qualities for 6 qualities for making great spiritual progress, as per nectar of instruction of Deshamrita, especially Rupa Goswami. Tatra laulyam iti mulyam. Tatra laulyam iti mulyam. Who will explain that? Anyone wants to try? Yes.
So lolo means you have to have low. That means you have to have strong desire, and this is the only price we can pay. The way we can get bhakti, Krishna bhakti rush, nothing else.
Very nice, very nice. Let's read this beautiful verse which comes in the Madhya Lila. Maybe Shilpa Mataji, you can read and add your comments also. You wanted to share something.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. Caitanya-caritāmṛta Madhya Lila 8.70. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Mate Kriyatam Yadi Kuto Pilabhyate Tatra Laulyam Api Mulyam Ekalam Janma Koti Sukruterna Labhyate. Pure devotional service, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by pious activity in hundreds and thousands of lives. It can be attained only by paying one price, that is, intense greed to obtain it. If it is available somewhere, one must purchase it without delay. Haribol.
You also wanted to add any reflections from previous?
Yeah, Prabhu, I was about to say the same that Baldev Seva Prabhu was mentioning. The more love we show, the much reciprocation we get. If we show a little bit of love, we'll get, well, Krishna reciprocates. If we put one step, he would put hundreds of steps. But if we put 100, then it's like 100 times 100, right? So I was just want to share the same thing. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
And also his steps are like Vaman, right? In 3 steps and 2 steps he covered everything. So so beautiful verse here. It's kind of, if it is available, so in short, if pure devotional service is available anywhere else, one must purchase without delay. In short, it's not available. That's the meaning here. It's kind of like the way of saying it, that it's not available anywhere else. If it's available, one must get it without delay. Okay, jaldi, right? Koti janma sukruti api na labhyati. Where is that? Koti, janma koti sukruti na labhyati. Koti means thousands, millions of lifetimes of sukruti, pious activities. One cannot get bhakti. What is the formula? Ekalam, tatra lolyam. So only one way is intense greed. So we have to show that greed. Material greed is there. Material trishna is there. But one need to develop spiritual greed. Like a businessman, or if they find any opportunity to get money or expand their business, they will not wait, right? In the material world, there's a book called Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish, right? Stay hungry, stay. So they say that, always stay hungry, always opportunity, grab the opportunity, like a lion, right? Don't wait for it. So in bhakti also we should be like that. If we really want, and this is very bona fide, if we get any opportunity, we must be very eager, because we don't know, tomorrow it may not be there. Like, who knew before, this COVID, that 3 years will not have this physical association of devotees? Sometimes we may take it. And who in that period, will there ever be a time where we'll be like meeting in person, right? We didn't know. Tomorrow something big may come, who knows, right? Can anyone say for certain? Even something million times more dangerous than COVID could come, right? Who knows? We don't know. Who knows how many years we have left? We don't know. Correct. So in short, we have everything can delay. His Holiness Maharaj quotes this: everything can delay in life, but one should not delay bhakti at any cost. Everything else.
Honestly, Prabhu, we do not know whether this breath of ours is the last breath or not. I mean, we are breathing, but we do not know whether this is going to be the last breathing for the day, or our tomorrow may not be there, honestly. So I feel personally we should utilize every opportunity to engage ourselves in devotional service and to develop the love for God. I think that's the essence of this human form of life, to justice, honestly.
Excellent, Prabhu. Thank you for your realized words. Kamala dala jala, jivana tala mala. Life is like a drop of water on the lotus petal. All of you have seen, I believe, lotus petal. It has a layer, like a slimy layer. The water does not stay there for long, maybe a few moments. So we also come in this world, right? From Brahma's lifespan, our lifespan is like very tiny, minuscule. But we think, no, I have a lot of time. Right now, I'm young. I'll get a nice job. I'll get a nice boy or girl. I'll get nice children. I'll get nice grandchildren, nice house, nice car. And we put bhakti on the back burner, right? The story of we all did the drama. I'm reminded of seeing Raghu Prabhu. We did that drama together, Raghu Prabhu, Sudhir Prabhu, and one time in clear water. The story of Kailash. So it's recorded. You all can see it. So, anyways, back to Brahman Patnis here. They showed a lot of eagerness, and that is the formula. That is the formula to intensify our bhakti. We show eagerness in material things. We should show at least 10 times more eagerness, or at least equal eagerness, if not more. At least we should be equally eager, or at least more eager than in spiritual life, because that's like real currency. So they were very excited. That as soon as their like ears were like raised up, so they became very happy and excited. Let's see what happens. Any thoughts before we move on to the next verse? Anyone has any comments?
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Prabhuji. It made me think of something I heard. You shared that seminar by Visheshika Das Prabhuji, and he mentioned so many amazing things, but we should plan our day the night before and fill our plan like full of bhakti events so that Maya doesn't have a chance again. We just fill our entire agenda, and just wake up and start chanting and just have a plan immediately, and just start off on the right foot. And that seemed to me to be a practical way to do what you're talking about. Yeah, to just fill everything up with bhakti as much as possible. And then there's no room for anything else. Like starving the bad dog, like Radhanath Swami also often talks about the good dog and the bad dog, like starving the bad dog, feeding the good dog. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful. So wonderful.
Yep. And also, I feel what Philip said, this reminded me of a wonderful sloka by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I guess, or Bhakti Vinod Thakur Prabhu, I'm not sure. It was like, Jeev jago, Gora Chand bole, Koto nidra jao maya pishachi ko kole. So it's like, wake up, sleeping souls. How many days we sleep in the lap of this mind? So that kind of reminded me. So I just thought of sharing. I'm sorry, bro.
Okay. No, beautiful. Very beautiful, Samarpan Prabhu. Thank you. Very nice. Never greet the dawn without a map. That's what he mentions. Also known as Haridas Thakur formula.
Yep.
If Maya comes, then you can always say, okay, please, can you wait for some time? I have a few things to take care. My japa to take care, my bhakti to take care, my Bhagavatam class to take care. And if I'm done with everything, I'll take care of you. And then Maya said, okay, I'll wait for you. But the whole day is done. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I really wanted to take care of you, but my day is done. Can you come tomorrow? I'll certainly take care of you. And then she comes tomorrow, next day, and then, oh, let me do my japa, let me do my Bhagavatam class, let me do my service, let me do my this. I'll take care of you. Okay, I'll wait for you. And then 24 hours pass. And then she said, well, you never paid attention to me. Haridas Thakur, I'm so sorry. I don't want to offend you, but I will take care of you tomorrow. And then Maya becomes a devotee. So that's Haridas Thakur formula. Of course, we cannot imitate it. We may not be that strong. But the idea is to stay busy in bhakti. Thank you for quoting that. Text 19, let's move forward. Anyone who didn't get a chance yesterday wants to read?
Prabhuji, I can give it a try, but I'm not that good at reading Sanskrit. So
We're all on the same boat, Prabhu, please.
Yeah. Chaturvidham bahugunam annam adaya bhajanam avishashva priyam sarva samudram iva ninnaga. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. Taking along in large vessels the 4 kinds of food, full of fine tastes and aromas, all the ladies went forth to meet their beloved, just as beavers toward the sea. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah.
You can read the 2 lines in the purport.
Sure. Yeah. Purport by Sri Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Puja. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that the wives of the Brahmanas experience conjugal feelings towards Krishna as if he were their paramour. Thus, they could not be checked as they rushed to see him. Hare Krishna.
Ribal, thank you so much for reading this nice verse. So there are 4 kinds of food, right? Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasadam Swadvana Triptan Hari Bhakta Sangam Kritvaiva Triptim Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam. The fourth line of Guru Ashtakam or Sansaradava prayers or Mangalarti in Iskcon sung every day at 4:30 a.m. in all Iskcon temples across the globe talks about the spiritual master is always offering Krishna 4 kinds of food, which are the ones which are analyzed as which is licked, chewed, drunk, and sucked. There are 4 kinds of food, which are licked, chewed, drunk, and sucked. And the Guru, the spiritual master, sees that the devotees are offering this delicious prasad to Govinda, and then they're honoring Bhagavad Prasad. And by seeing that, he's very happy. So when a teacher sees, when like a father sees when the kids are taking Krishna Prasad, won't we be happy, right? You feel happiness, the parents, right? Naturally. So Guru is like, and they're joyfully eating, like they're not fighting with prasadam or they're happily, nicely sitting. Any parent, any teacher would feel happy. Wow, look at the students, they're nicely eating Krishna Prasad in a harmonious, cooperative way. I'm sure it's a great, joyful scene for anyone. So here, the word Chatur Vidha comes. Chatur Vidha. The 4 varieties, as we just Bahu Gunam. It was endowed with so many tastes. It was not just Odana, right? Not just simple puffed rice, which is generally given to beggars. We don't, like they generally, I'm not talking about you. Generally, what do people give to beggars? Not the best thing they have, correct? They give maybe 1 day old rice or something which is very cheap, like a few cents worth, right? Or something which they anyways want to discard, right? Like some old clothes they want to discard. Okay, take this way. They'll not give their new jacket, right? Or their new blanket. So generally. So, but here we see it was endowed with fine taste. So they didn't give just cheap like murmura or cheap puffed rice. Like when Sudama Vipra went to beg for food so that he can take to Krishna, did he get ghee? Did he get kachoris, puris? No one gave him. What did he get? Chipped rice, right? And that was also begged. But in the eyes of Krishna, that was a very great offering. But that shows that even to Brahmana like Sudama Vipra, the people, when he begged for charity, they didn't give much. They just gave like chipped rice, which is like the cheapest thing one can give. But here, they gave their best. And that is the idea. One should give one's best, especially to devotees, especially to Krishna. One should give one's best. One should do one's best. If one's best is water, that's fine. If one's best is khichdi, that's fine. If one's best is chappan bhoga, that's also fine. Annam, so they gave that. Not just quality, not just one kachori, right? They gave good quality food, large vessels in great quantity also. Practically, they gave everything. Sarvasva tomar charane sampiya. They gave everything. In large vessels, whatever they had arranged for the yajna, they brought those large vessels. Bhajanai, right? All those vessels they brought, they went forward. To whom? To their Priya. Who is the most dear? Krishna is the most dear, or should be the most dear. Some actually is dear to all. Some realize it, some don't realize it. In the Krishna book, it's a foreword. Everyone is searching for Krishna. Some know it, some don't know. Priyam sarvai. Now there is an analogy. Samudra eva nimnaga. Has anyone heard this word? Nimnaga? Before?
No, Prabhuji.
Suppose in Bengali it's called Nimnogami, like water comes from up to down. And something Urdhagami, which goes upwards.
How many of you know this verse? Nimnaganam yatha ganga, devanam achyuto yatha, vaishnavanam yatha shambho, purananam idam tatha. Nimnaganam, one which flows down, basically referring to rivers. Nimnaga, they flow down, right? Like Mother Ganga starts from the Gangotri, which is in the mountains, and flows down, reaches the plains, and then enters the Bay of Bengal, right? So most rivers, they originate from the peaks in the mountains, and then they flow down. Nimnaganam yatha Ganga, Devanam. Amongst the rivers, Ganga. Nimnaganam, like a famous river, when we say Ganga, Yamuna comes, Devanam Achyuto yatha. Amongst all the devatas, who's topmost? Achyuta or Krishna. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu, topmost amongst devotees is or Shambhu or Shankara. Purananam idam tatha, amongst all the Puranas is Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam idam, this Purana. So Mata Kunti also says this beautiful verse. And this beautiful song by her is Janvi Mataji. My heart flows like a river. Right? It's a beautiful song there. Very, very. She has. She creates a lot of wonderful, beautiful songs. It's very nicely done. So our heart, and I'm gonna without. I'm going to read this verse where Kunti Maharani says these. River. Kunti Maharani's prayers in chapter 1 of, Canto 1, chapter let's read this. Hare Kṛṣṇa. It starts from text number 18. Okay, got it. Yeah, this is the verse. Would someone like to text number 42? Yes, Shirama Mataji, you can read this.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Tvai me ananya vishaya matir madhupate sakrita rati mudvahata dadha gangervo ghamudamvati. Translation by the disciples of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. Prabhupada Jai. O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganges forever flows to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn unto you, without being diverted to anyone else.
Very well. Isn't that beautiful? I'm sure all of you have at least seen some river like Ganga, etc. they flow with so much way. Gange Vogam, there's so much vague, or there's so much flow, like they cannot hold themselves, right? All of you have seen that current of water. If anything comes in the way as an obstruction, they will not stop. They will create their way. If a big, let's say, some rivers have big, like even construction, or like they will create their way around it, or if some big block of stone comes, they will not stop. They will go, little here, little there, but they will not stop. Unshakable, unstoppable, unseizable. That's their desperation to meet the ocean. So here the ocean is Krishna, and the river is like the devotees' love towards Krishna. Like the Brahmana Patnis love towards their Priya, their Priya, which is Krishna. Samudra eva nimnaga. So now Samudra means ocean, nimnaga means river. So like a river is attached to the ocean, as to enter the ocean, and no matter what obstacle may come, the river will not pause. That's how a devotee's love should be. Obstacles will come in our life also, sometimes health issues, sometimes emotional, financial, relationship, job, health, so many different types of challenges may come and will come no matter who we are. But our love for God should be like a river. My heart flows like a river. I'll share that song later by Hare Kṛṣṇa. Janvi Mataji can sing it. You can hear it. So that's how the Brahmana Patni's mood was. Any more thoughts here? Any questions? So they gave everything. They gave their everything. What in good quantity and quality of food. Because ultimately, what is the life's goal? Everything belongs to Krishna, and he is personally come through his associates. Why not? Okay, I'll pause for any thoughts or comments anyone has. Any comments, thoughts, reflections? Additions?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
So the four varieties which is mentioned here, right? Chewing, swallowing, licking, and suck. That's kind of first time hearing about it. Is it the physical food that we are referring to, or I mean any offering that we offer to the Guru, or is it only referring to the food?
Yeah, it's the physical, for example, like pickle, right? We don't, it's like, it's a food we kind of lick or suck, right?
Yeah, understood.
Like even mango, right? I was hearing in Radha Govind Maharaj's class, mango technically is supposed to be like sucked. It's not supposed to be chewed. Like juicy. It's so juicy and nectarian. Similarly, like something like lassi, right? We can't chew lassi. We drink it, right? Or any kind of drink like lemonade or juice or mango juice or orange juice or anything, any juices. We can't lick them, we can't suck them, we drink them. So chew the food like roti. Roti is, we don't lick roti, we don't suck roti, we don't drink roti, we chew it, right? So there are different classes of so I'm sorry if I'm going too gross, but yeah, these are the physical, yeah. It's funny, right? But yeah, this is Chaturvidha.
So we should offer, I mean, we usually offer everything that we want to, that Guru likes, or something like that. I didn't realize the word varieties here. That's why I was thinking in a different way. But thank you, Prabhu. All kind of good varieties which can be offered to Guru is what is defined here. Okay.
Yeah, these are the physical aspects, and then there are the 6 different tastes also. So we should also try to offer all the tastes also, if possible, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Like we have desserts, we have certain like citrus things and stuff like that. So all the different tastes also. Again, we may not be able to offer everything every day, but as far as possible, we should try.
Got it, Prabhu. Thank you.
Very well.
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Prabhuji. Are you purporting that the more refined our offerings, the more refined Krishna will be able to reciprocate when we take the mercy of his prasadam? Is this so we can appreciate him and more of his qualities as well? Like we offer it to him, and then we also contemplate him in more of his sort of scope. Just asking.
If we honor with that mood, certainly, if you honor with the right mood, we will see, wow, Krishna is so merciful. He didn't create just solid foods, right? He created so many varieties. He didn't create just sweets, right? Or he didn't create just so there is so much variety. Yadya vibhuti mat sattvam, so much variegatedness. Spiritual world, Prabhupada writes, spiritual world is a world of variegatedness. Like who would like to eat, I mean, some people are doing it and because of their but anyone would like to eat just like 3 times a day samosas, morning samosa, afternoon samosa, evening samosa, next day same, repeat, 365 days. Samosa, most people will like. Same with gulab jamun also. Same with any, it could be very nice, but you will not anyone wants to eat that 365 days, 3 times a day, right? So we all like variety. It is coming from Krishna. No matter how good it may be, samosa, everyone may like, gulab jamun, but if you are being fed like every day for 1 month, they'll say, no, don't bring anything but samosa, right? So yes, spiritual world is a world of variegatedness, right? Krishna likes different tastes. Krishna likes different individualities. Krishna likes different variety. Variety enhances relationships also. Variety enhances, like in the seasonings, in the masala box, there are different varieties, especially the Vedic food, it's different varieties, so many flavors, so many. A colorful garland looks more beautiful than just one color garland, right? Different varieties, different flowers, their colors, their textures, their fragrances. And the analogy is given as different varieties. So different varieties of devotees are like in a garland with a thread of bhakti around. When it's offered to Krishna, Krishna loves it. So yes, variety adds to flavor. Variety enhances rasa. So we should try. Not again, if you're offering lassi, not same every day like lassi. No, you should try to change it. Radharani never cooked same prasad ever for Krishna. Can you imagine? Radharani never repeated a preparation, so you can imagine. So we should also, especially for those who like cooking, they should always seek out for more. Like, for example, a musician, they never stop. They never say, I'm done, I had it. They always want to learn more, always want to explore more. If they find someone doing better, they'll say, oh, can you teach me this raga? Can you teach me this lesson or this melody? Similarly, a cook would want to, oh, Mataji, how you made that? I never, it's a new flavor. Can you please share? Like, that's their mood. Even if it's samosa, even samosa, there could be 10 different varieties, right? So yes, absolutely. Krishna loves variety, and therefore we all like variety. There you go. Okay, so we are going to briefly cover the question, Philip Prabhu asked from yesterday. And I mentioned that this is a often asked or frequently asked question. And the question is, in Prabhupada's books, I'll try to frame this question very nicely and as to the best of my limited abilities and capacities. In Prabhupada's books, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, lectures, tapes, conversations, we may sometimes hear this few words like, oh, women are less intelligent, right? How should we understand that? How should we help others understand that, especially those who are new, right? Is that, Philip Prabhu, kind of, I'm going in the, is that your kind of your question? Because if someone, we are distributing a book on the road and they read, hey, please take this book, please read it. And they say, open chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita. And in the beginning only they see, oh my God, what is this? I'm a PhD. You're talking to me and you're saying me I'm less intelligent. Take your book with you.
Yes, this is the exact scenario that I was asking towards, because if I was to confront this, I want to be able to respond correctly. Thank you.
So it's certainly a little bit tricky. So as far as possible, we should not, like, for example, if you see, there are multiple sections in a purport. We have also passed that phrase at least maybe 20 times, correct? With Baldev Prabhu, or similar phrases. So we have to always see what we want to emphasize, correct? The main thing is to keep the main thing, right? So we have to see what we want to emphasize in a letter or in any understanding we can. And therefore we say personal guidance is also required, right? So that's one point. Those who are totally of this opinion, that we can do anything, I can do anything, I can change the world, I can go to the moon, I can climb the Mount Everest, this. There are some people like that, and they have an opinion towards life. We respect their opinion, and they are not ready to hear. To them, we don't want to waste our time, right? Because it will not, no matter what you say, it will not go in their mind or heart. To them, humility is our best response. And you can politely say that please don't judge a book by one line or two. Try to understand the essence of the book, right? And you keep reading. This is not the main thing. How many times Prabhupada writes Krishna and how many times Prabhupada writes about this? So try to understand the essence of the book. As per time, place, circumstances, Prabhupada gives things, and try to understand the essence of the book, not just one line and take it as that the essence. Because anything beyond that, they may not be ready. But let's say if someone is genuinely asking, and then we should have all kinds of, you can say, ways to respond. And as per time, place, and situation, like we can pick and pray to Krishna to give us the appropriate response through our mouth. But we should be equipped with these so that we can have at least different ways to respond. So one response is humility, because if the person is pretty much not in a mood to hear, so the best response in that situation is our humility. Then we can go, if someone is open, that actually Prabhupada mentions at so many places, Janmad Jayate Shudra. Everyone is a Shudra. And Shudra means less intelligent. Om Agyan Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. It means Agyan, I'm a fool. Right? I'm born in the darkest of the ignorance. So it's talking about the spiritual awareness. We're not talking about women cannot be PhDs. We're not talking about women cannot be CEOs and stuff. There are many women like that, and we respect them, right? But we are talking here about like trying to this point that we are all, as Shukdev Goswami says this, I'm going to quote a verse here from the scripture, so you can, those who want can make a note here. 1.1.10 Bhagavatam. Prayena alp ayusha sabhya kalav asmin yuge janah manda sumanda madeo manda bhagya upa drutaha. In the age of Kali Yuga, the Iron Age, Kali Yuga, men almost always have short lives, right? We don't know when is the last time. Quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all disturbed. Now, some men, hey, how dare you say this to me? Am I disturbed? I'm misguided. I am the CEO of this company. What are you talking about, right? I am a big doctor. I'm a big lawyer. I'm the governor of the state. You're talking all these bad words to me. That's not the intent. The intent is, in general, that we have these qualities, right? There is very little inclination towards spiritual life. Life is short, right? We just spoke about that, right? The inclination towards spiritual life is very little. So we are all misguided. We are all in ignorance, whether men or women. Correct? That's another way to look at this. That we are all born Shudra, and Shudra means if we do not act like Brahmanical, if we do not behave, we do not take to the process of initiation or sanskarat bhave dvija. By good culture, by samskara, one becomes self-realized. Dvija. Veda pathariti vipra brahma janiti iti brahmana. One who knows the absolute truth is Brahmana or Vaishnava. So basically, everyone is misguided. Everyone is less intelligent when we talk about spiritual life. Another way to look at it, those who may talk about women liberation. See, Vedas in no way talk that women are less or less intelligent, or less they should be beaten, they should be harassed, they should be troubled. No, this is not Vedic culture. Vedic culture means women should be cared because they are very precious, right? They are the carrier for next generation, right? If in this world there are only men, the world will not move forward, right? They're the carrier, they're the propagator for the next generation. So it's very important for them to be cared for, right? Like diamond. We don't, no one likes to show off. If they have a diamond, they don't show off their diamonds, right? Will anyone show off, hey, look at my diamonds? They won't carry it like potatoes, right? Otherwise, unscrupulous people who are in just lusty towards those diamonds will take advantage. And there are always people. And therefore, Arjuna also mentions, if the women are not protected, the unscrupulous people, in chapter 1 of Gita, he says, the unscrupulous people, the bad guys will take advantage, because there are always some bad guys who are just eyeing for taking advantage. They're eyeing to steal the diamonds. They're eyeing to take advantage of innocent, protected women. Therefore, Prabhupada mentioned that women should be protected either by husband, father, son, etc. Not because they are weak, not because they're less intelligent, because they are very precious, right? That's another way to look at it. And Prabhupada, never distinguish. Actually, if you see Prabhupada's life, we should try to analyze. Prabhupada gave initiation to the women disciples, even Brahman initiation. You see, in the altar they are serving. So real intelligence is that we need to transcend this bodily intelligence. If I think I am male or female, it's also bodily. Yes, to be in this world, we may put, if I'm filling a form or an application for something, I may enter my gender as male, which is fine. We have to act in the world in certain protocols. But by transcendental intelligence, this male, female, white, black, rich, poor, American, Indian are all designations. So why are we getting so attached to designations? We can also show Krishna is telling, Prabhupada is telling maybe 50 times we are not the body, and you're saying, hey, I'm less intelligent. How did they say I'm less intelligent? But the whole idea is to overcome that idea, I'm this body. And if someone, the mood of a sincere seeker is, yes, actually I'm less intelligent. I am less intelligent, right? I'm not talking about a genuine spiritual seeker will feel, yes, that's why I need to take shelter of Guru, so that I can develop transcendental intelligence. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita. Divya Gyan means transcendental intelligence. Therefore, I should not be offended by these statements. Like and there are maybe 100 more statements. Like these. There are so many times that say men are lusty, right? Which is true, correct? And sometimes it's general also. When we say, oh, like an apple a day, or sorry, what's that? Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, wise, right? But is it not applicable for women? Of course it is. If you understand the context, right? It's not applicable for children. If they go to bed early and they go rise early, they'll develop good qualities. Of course, it's applicable. So sometimes you have to understand the context also, why it is spoken. Now, one more aspect to look at it. Women need more protection. That no genuine lady or no genuine person will deny that. Why? Because they're precious. Even in America, which is a country known for liberation and feminism, hum kisi se kam nahi, we are equals, we can also cross over the mountains. Look at the reality. Look at the ground reality. What happens? On the name of liberation, free mixing of sexes happen at the teenage. They have children when they're not ready. And the guys who are careless, I'm not talking about every situation, but I know so many situations, so many people, so many single mothers, they have 2 or 3 children at the age of 20, 25 years. They don't know, the children have no contact with their father or fathers, right? And they have left, and the poor mother is struggling to meet the ends and is struggling to take care of the children. And look at, this is ground reality. How many of you know these kind of, right? The Philip Prabhu? This is the real ground reality.
Absolutely.
Right? This is reality. So don't talk about fancy things. That we are no, talk about reality. This is happening in America right now. Right now, this is happening. Therefore, women are very precious, and men, unscrupulous men, are waiting to take advantage. And therefore, for their own good, scriptures are telling good. See, scriptures are not biased towards women. Scriptures are our best friends. Scriptures are our best friends. Why will they say something for against us? Think about in that way too. If we consider our friend as our enemy, it's a big misfortune. And if we consider our so-called friend who seems to be giving a nice rose, a nice chocolate, oh, he's my real friend, oh, he's my real thing, and end up in bad relationship, and big problem. The whole life may get a little disturbed. So we should, therefore, these are all different ways to look at this situation. I hope it makes some sense. And ultimately, I'll give now Prabhupada's little story. Prabhupada said to Yamuna Devi, Mother Yamuna, Mother Malati Prabhu, that famous picture recently Radhanath Maharaj was talking to her, in that, that was Mother Malati on his knees. That's the picture we saw. They approached Prabhupada. Prabhupada, it mentions here, women are less intelligent. How should we understand? Prabhupada said, if you think you're a woman, then yes, it is applicable. But if you think you are Krishna's part and parcel, Jivara Swarupa Krishna and Nityadas, and our eternal transcendental knowledge means that we are Krishna's child, then you're not woman or man. You're Krishna's part and parcel. So the whole goal of Bhagavad Gita is to overcome those propensities. Same Prabhupada said to His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, who was in a black body. Oh, Prabhupada, your white disciples are troubling me. They are calling me, at that time, like 50 years back, this black-white was more prominent. And nude people, so they were 1 or 2 years in bhakti, they may have said something, I don't know all the details. But Prabhupada said that they are calling you some bad names or whatever because of your color of skin. That's their immaturity. But if you are getting disturbed by them calling you, that's your immaturity as well. That means you are also no different, right? Because you're also getting bewildered by them, you are also on the same level, on the bodily concept. So these are some thoughts, Prabhu. I hope it makes some sense. And I think some devotees want to add some reflections or comments. We can certainly take that. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. This again comes from my whatever the realization that I have earned, that I feel like we tend to misinterpret our scriptures the moment we start self-identifying ourselves with some false sense of identification, So here's the case, the situation that you talked about, if we never identify ourselves with our gender, then probably such question will never come in our mind. If we all consider ourselves to be probably part and parcel of Krishna, then this question would not come in our mind, right? Then there is no separate probably thought that should be given to this something called gender equality. I know this world is running after gender equality, then racial equality, and a lot of equalities, right? But one of the primary concerns is this question arises because of our own false sense of identity. We want to identify ourselves. I am a man, I am of white color, or somebody else is of black color, right? So if we all kind of forget our own false sense of identity and kind of start identifying ourselves just as a part and parcel of God, I feel this problem could be easily, overcome, according to what I feel over here. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. That's so true.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I agree wholeheartedly, and this is, of course, that is the mercy of Prabhupada and the fortune that we're in a situation where we are able to surrender to his instructions, because it is so simple. When we are all equal on the spiritual platform, we are all part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that's true equality. And all of these politically charged issues and people identifying and getting caught up in their gender is a symptom of animalistic sense gratification, of course. And one can see it from this side as the bewilderment of Maya. But that was the reason I asked also, was how can I feel compassion for those people, and how can I best, because no one wants, these people might not want to hear that, and so of course you mentioned that we can just respond in humility if that's the case. But I think I have a better understanding of this. And my eye was just to, how can I best communicate this without beating someone over the head with the fact that they're not there, because you can tell someone they're not their body, they are their soul, but you know, if they don't understand, I guess that's my compassion. I'm just like, how can I make this, how can I build a bridge from that down to, you know, where they can understand? And so I think you helped me with that, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Philip Prabhu. Thank you. Any Matajis want to say something? Because you want to hear your side too. What do you?
Please, definitely.
And if I said anything inappropriate or anything, please forgive me. You know, that's our intention is to respect everyone with all our heart. Yes, Shilpa Mataji, please.
Prabhuji, Haribol Prabhuji, thank you so much for bringing up the topic and explaining it so clearly in different ways on how we should take in the scriptures into consideration. I've heard it in the past too, but you explained it even more clear. I don't know how to say it, but it's understood. It's understood the way that it has to be taken. I think I've asked the same question when we met. Why do scriptures talk more about or specify Purusha meaning, and then you explained it as well. It's according to the situation and so forth. And now that I read through and join the classes, and the more we get the knowledge, the more clear, and through bona fide guru, definitely, bona fide acharya. The frog in the well example, right? If we are in the well, we would know only that boundary until the well. But once we explore more in scriptures, not materialistically, then we understand it even more on how we should think. As you said, it applies. It doesn't matter. It applies for both, irrespective of gender, and kids as well, as you clearly mentioned. So thankful to you, Prabhuji. I didn't feel anything that you said misbehaved or anything different. So so thankful to you for picking up the topic and explaining it in detail. So thank you, Prabhu. Haribol.
I see Veena Mataji also joined. Thank you.
Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Haribol, you want to share something?
I was, but before I ask my question, I think you covered pretty much little portion of what I would like to ask exactly, but probably sometime eventually I'll keep asking. Thank you though.
Sure. Thank you. Yes. These are little kind of sensitive topics, so therefore we should always, deal with caution and pray to Krishna to give us the right words, because you never know. Like, I know all of you, so it's a safe environment, and we know we are not challenging anyone or be offensive to anyone, because sometimes if you're meeting a stranger, you don't know what the background they have. Therefore, always, err on the side of caution. Right? That's the idea. And and Krishna will guide us. Krishna will give us the right words. The goal is not to win the argument. The goal is to win the heart and give the seed of bhakti. Always remember that. The goal is to not prove that they are wrong or their idea, what they are saying is, if it means them winning, we losing, and then taking bhakti, we are very happy with that. Always remember that. Our goal is to not prove ourselves right, but our goal is to somehow or other share Krishna consciousness. After the end of the conversation, after the end of every conversation in our life, we should think the conversation with whom we are having that conversation, has that conversation, if it's with our seniors, has that conversation helped us to get more closer to Krishna? And if it's with the ones whom we should be an instrument of Prabhupada's compassion, that means they are newer than us, then has that conversation helped them to be a little closer, or has taken them away from Krishna? That should be our goal. And if we win the argument, but they go further away from Krishna, we have fanned our ego, nothing else. Very well.
Yes, Prabhuji, fan the spark, not the ego, right?
Yes, you fan their spark, not the spark of our ego. Beautiful.
Yes, their spark, yes.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're a little over time, but good discussion. So thank you. We'll continue tomorrow. Grantha Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhyaiva cha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaः. Hari Bol. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.